Hare Krishna. Summary of Canto 4, Chapter 3. Talks between Lord Shiva and Sati. To answer Vidura's question why Sati gave up her body, Maitreya began to describe the entire sacrifice conducted by Daksha, to which Lord Shiva was not invited. After that, tension continued between Daksha and Lord Shiva for a very long time. When Brahma appointed Daksha as the chief of all Prajapatis, Daksha became very proud. Daksha performed a sacrifice called as the Vajapaya Yajna and followed it up with a greater sacrifice called as the Brihaspati Sava. But he neglected to invite Lord Shiva and his followers. Many great sages, Pitas, demigods and other wives attended the sacrifice. Sati heard the heavenly denizens conversing about the sacrifice being held by her father, and she also saw the well-dressed and ornamented wives of the different devatas going there. So she spoke to her husband, Lord Shiva. She said, "It's your father-in-law's sacrifice, my husband. All the demigods are also going. My sisters must have gone with their husbands. I also want to decorate myself and go there along with you. I will be able to see my mother, sisters, aunts, and other relatives. I will be able to see the best sacrifice conducted by the sages. You know the truth that this world is a creation of the Lord's Maya. As a poor woman, not conversant with the truth, I desire to see my birthplace. Not only my relatives, but other ornamented women are also going with their husbands. The festivity is visible in the sky with moving swan-like airplanes. You are Shitikanta, blue-throated. By drinking poison, you showed kindness to others. So please show kindness to me also. How can a daughter be undisturbed hearing of a festive event at her father's house? There is no harm in going to the house of a friend, husband, guru or father without invitation. You are known to be merciful, therefore please show your kindness towards me. You have accepted me as half of your body, so please be obliged to let me go. Allow me to go." Lord Shiva replied very smilingly while he was remembering Daksha's harsh words. He said, "It is true that one could go to a friend's house uninvited, provided he doesn't find fault with the guest and become angry towards him." Now Sati might say, "But my father will not find faults because he has wisdom." But then Lord Shiva said, "The 6 qualities of saintly people are knowledge, austerity, wealth, beauty, youth and heritage. They become false in a proud person who loses his power of discrimination and cannot see the glories of great personalities." But then Sati would argue that even low-minded people have affection for their children. So then Lord Shiva said, one should not go to anyone's house, even a father's house, if the person is disturbed in mind and looks at his guest with angry eyes. But then Sati would feel that she would be tolerant if her father spoke some harsh words. For that, Lord Shiva said, one suffers more due to the harsh words of relatives than due to sharp arrows of an enemy, for such a grief continues to rend one's heart day and night. Sati might think, "I'll just go alone and you don't have to come." For that, Lord Shiva said, "It is clear that you are the favorite of Daksha, yet you will not be honored in that house because of your connection with me." Sati would think that you're speaking, "My dear husband, you're speaking like this because you are somewhat hostile towards my father." But then Lord Shiva says that one who is conducted by false ego and therefore always distressed both mentally and sensually cannot tolerate the opulence of self-realized persons. Being unable to rise to their standard, he envies them. Daksha was materially puffed up and envious of Lord Shiva because of his high position as a qualitative incarnation of the Supreme Lord and therefore honored and respected more. Daksha's anger at Lord Shiva Shiva's not standing up was only the final manifestation of his envy. So then Parvati thought in her mind, I believe that you do not hate Daksha. However, he is your father-in-law, so you should have risen from your seat to respect him. So for that, Lord Shiva was actually telling that unintelligent people greet each other with bodily consciousness only, but elevated persons offer respects to the super soul within the body, not to the person who identifies with the body. Because Lord Shiva was absorbed in the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, even by not glancing at Daksha upon arrival, actually Daksha was respected. Then the Sati might think, how could you be in Samadhi at that time? This question cannot be asked since Samadhi does not depend on me but the Lord. This would be Lord Shiva's answer. Lord Shiva said, pure consciousness, Antakarna, is called Vasudeva because the Lord appears there without any coverings. In that pure consciousness, I am always engaged in offering obeisances to Lord Vasudeva. So therefore, Lord Shiva said, my dear Dakshayini, you should not go to see your father, although he is the giver of your body. He is Dehakrit. He has given you this body, still you may not go there. Because of envy, he has insulted me with cruel words and I am innocent. Dehakrit can also imply one who cuts the body. Actually, Shiva was indirectly indicating the future events. He told, going there will only cause you harm. If you neglect my words and go, the future will definitely not be good for you. Then, when a most respected person is humiliated by a relative, it will be equal to death. So this ends the summary of Canto 4, Chapter 3, Talks between Lord Shiva and Sati. Hare Krishna.